Hi, I'm Ron.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we're the RV Weekenders. Hey guys, guess where we're at? We are in Boston, Massachusetts. Did we bring our RV? Nah, we didn't bring it this time because it's a little bit far for us to go for a week vacation. So right now we're in Boston and we are getting ready to do the Freedom Walking Tour, so we thought we'd take you guys along with us. And you can see in the background some of the sites that we'll be looking at, and we'll take you a little bit around with us. We're right now in Boston Commons, which is the beginning of the tour, and we're gonna actually do the tour ourselves. There are walking tours and bus tours and trolley tours, but we're gonna brave this all by our little lonesomes. So come along with us and we'll share the ride here.
We're first gonna go and see the visitor center before we take off, where you can get maps and books and souvenirs, and you can decide what kind of things you want to do. They have things like tours, trolley tours, and yacht cruises, like 90-minute yacht cruises, all kinds of things. So we're gonna show you the building, and it's right off the red line subway. And so
yeah, public transportation is a great way to go to get here. We didn't try to drive downtown. Parking down here is pretty, I don't know, pretty expensive. So we decided when we flew in yesterday, we would stay at a hotel away from the downtown area and then come in on the public transportation, which was actually pretty neat and pretty easy. So let's get started with our walking tour.
Yep, and if you do come down with a car, you might want to park. I guess there's a place under the Commons that you can park. I think it's like $50 a day, something like that. You'll have to check it out and make your own decisions on that. But we're going to get started.
All right, well, let's go. Okay, so first thing we'll do is we're just going to pan the camera around so that you guys can see what it looks like. You can see some of the areas, and first thing you hear is that police siren. So hopefully that will go, and the state capitol building right there, city offices also. But all right, we'll walk all the way around the Boston Commons. There's Stephanie, and there's one of the guided tours going on right now. You can do that if you want to. So all right, so let's go find the path and head that way. Okay? All right, so this is the Visitors Information Center at the beginning of the Freedom Tour. And if you'll notice down here in the sidewalk, there's a red brick. And this is how you find the Freedom Tour. And this is what you follow to get down on this Freedom Tour. So let's start walking. And we're gonna head out. One of the things you can get is you can get this guide, the Freedom Trail, at the Visitor Center. There's a lot of different things you can get in there. They have souvenirs and everything. So pick this up and it'll help you on the trail. Okay, and we're going to continue on the trail. As you can see, it's pretty easy to follow. That's why we chose to do this. And then the first thing we come to is a father of the American Navy, Commodore John Barry. Me being an old Navy guy, kind of means a lot to me. All right, let's continue on. Okay, so get my shadow out of the way. You can see that this is the medallion for the beginning of the Freedom Trail, and show the red brick, and we'll just keep moving on. Okay, so this is called Liberty Wall, and it has a lot to do with the Massachusetts 54th during the Civil War, where there were white officers and black infantrymen who fought in the Civil War and had a lot of good battles. Very valiant soldiers during the Civil War. And this is the backside of the monument, and we'll wander around to the front side so that you can see that as well. And this is the monument, the Shah 54th Regiment Memorial, honors Colonel Robert Gould Shaw and the members of the Massachusetts 54th Regiment who died on the assault on Fort Wagner, South Carolina on July 18, 1863. The 54th was the first regiment of black volunteers from the North to fight in the Civil War. So this is the Robert Gould Shaw Memorial. He was the colonel that led the Massachusetts 54th into battle. Very honorable men, all. Right across the street is the Massachusetts State House. Right now you can see they're doing some renovation to it, so unfortunately some of it's covered. Yeah. But we'll continue to walk around. We can't go inside there, but it's a beautiful building.
We're sitting in front of the Park Church in Boston, and it was done in about 1810. Beautiful historic church, and they're still using it today for services. So we're going to go on to number 5.
Well, we'll back away from the church so you can get a little bit better view of it. On the
look at the cherry blossoms.
Side of the church is a graveyard. We'll kind of wander in there to see who's in there.
I think there's at least 3 famous people that are like super famous people.
All right, so this is the Granary burying ground, and it is on the back side of the chapel, Park Street. And it says here that Paul Revere is buried on this ground. Well, let's head on into see what's in there.
Oh, help you? Go ahead. Oh, sure. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Thank you.
It says here that the Granary burial ground, within this ground, were buried the victims of the Boston Massacre. John Hancock, Samuel Adams, Robert Treat Paine, signers of the Declaration of Independence. Pretty cool.
On this tour, we're going to see the location of where the Boston Massacre actually happened. And I think it was only like maybe 5 people that were in that massacre. There's a map thing here. Look at the squirrel.
Feed the animals. Yeah. Don't see any grass. Okay, so we came across this. This is one of the signs of the gravestone carvings. You can see by this map, we could probably find Paul Revere buried somewhere back over in here. And we'll try to find that stone. Some pretty ornate carvings. You can see one of the tour guides that he's over there giving people tours. Again, we decided to do this on our own because we kind of wanted to see all of this. You can see, even though they're taking care of the gravesite, a lot of the stones are dilapidated and weathered. Kind of hard to read some of them. You can't really see who's here. So maybe we'll be able to find Paul Revere's grave. Oh, here's another one of the signs. Very difficult to actually find the graves of some of these people, but here you can see more people that they've been able to identify.
This one's very obvious.
Yeah, we were able to find that one. Okay, so we're going to head out of the graveyard now, and we're going to head to...
We're heading out of the graveyard now, and we're going to head to King's Chapel.
All right, so let's head on out. Okay, so we're continuing our journey. You can see you got to pay attention. Lots of noise here in the city, but you got to pay attention to the difference in the brick path. See how it changes. So. All right, so this is King's Chapel. And this is you have to pay to go in and see this place. We're not going to go in a lot of these just because it would be a lot of money for us to be going into every one of these establishments. But again, you know, famous graveyard. We'll head on. Wow, what's this place, Stephanie?
Old City Hall, Boston, Old City Hall. It's pretty nice. I like it.
Yeah. And you find the students Sam Adams, John Hancock, Ben Franklin, and Charles Balfitz in this painting. I couldn't tell you. Pretty interesting.
This is the guy that saved the building and then when they wanted to tear it down, so it was great.
Yeah.
Webb, Roger S. Webb. Now we're talking.
Oh, look
Ruth's
look what
Steakhouse.
they put in
Steakhouse.
here is a Ruth's Chris Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lunch is served. It's lunchtime.
There's John Quincy over there.
Yeah, John Adams over here. We'll take a look at. Is that Benjamin Franklin? Well, let's go find out. The Declaration of American Independence. That's Ben Franklin. Mr. Franklin.
What's kind of cool about this statue too is that they have carvings on each side of the block, each side of the statue. We'll have to take a look at them, and then we can look at. After we see this, we can see John Quincy Adams. Famous quote.
Yeah, that's Ben Franklin finding electricity.
Get that famous quote over there on the side.
Old City Hall. With old glory. This is Josiah Quincy, Massachusetts Senate. Judge of the Municipal Court, 1822, Mayor of Boston, and President of Harvard University. Very cool. You guys think we're showing you a Chipotle Mexican grill, but actually what this is the old bookstore. And it was built in the 1800s, and the old Corner Bookstore. This is actually one of the things on the tour. We're actually hungry. We're going to find some place to eat, but it's probably not going to be Chipotle. So
Definitely not.
Let's kind of go around over here and follow our walking path because it'll take us down the road. All right, this is the Old South Meeting House, a museum and historical site. So this is the old State House. Let's see if we can back up and get a good shot of it. See the old State House, and we're actually right on the spot where the Boston Massacre happened. Right on this very location. And as you can see, we're pretty much downtown. A lot of old buildings, a lot of new buildings, a lot of restored buildings. So we'll continue to follow the Freedom Walk. You can see this old gentleman over here. I don't know if you can get a look at him, but he's wearing an old colonial outfit. He is walking these people around. Again, we chose not to do that. We wanted to find our own way down here. And there's another way you can do it. You can do it by the trolley. It's kind of a trolley tour. So we'll continue. We're not really following these folks. We just happen to catch up to some.
That would have been killing everybody.
Definitely want to do a little better job on getting you the old state building. Beautiful structures, pretty well preserved. A little easier to hear me now. So these are some of the things that we were saying today. And the map of Boston. We're going to be going up to see the Bunker Hill Monument tomorrow and the USS Constitution, so we'll take you along for that one as well.
That's so cool.
Can't wait to see that. Being an old Navy guy, so right now, Stephanie, want to point to where we're at, and yep, we're not going to walk all the way across the Charles River. We're going to go up to see the Bunker Hill and the Navy Yard and the USS Constitution, as I said, tomorrow. So right now, we're almost at the Quincy Market, so we're going to kind of that's where we're actually at. We are right there at Faneuil. Pronounce that again?
Faneuil Hall.
Faneuil Hall in the Quincy Market. All right, so we still need to get up to the Paul Revere House and the Old North Church. We're almost done with our tour for today, but
Are you sure you don't want to go up here and walk that too?
we might if we have time, but we don't have a car, and it's quite the distance to walk up there, so. Again, I don't recommend driving a car down here.
No.
It's pretty tight streets around here, and not very much parking, and very difficult to get around. So that's why we chose to park away from the city and take the train in. Good way to do it.
Not only that, but they have a cobblestone street, so don't wear high heels down here.
Yeah, comfortable shoes. As who says that? Forrest Gump. Wear comfortable shoes. Thanks, Stephanie. Oh, excuse us, guys. Dress uniform from the mid-1900s. Pretty cool. All right, so what's going on out here? So we're at the Quincy Market. Looks like a good place for Stephanie and I to grab a bite to eat. Looks like we got some entertainment. Even though this is a Friday, it looks like a great day to be here. The sun came out. We do have some clouds. It was raining this morning, but it was really cleared out quite a bit.
I was standing right there just like you, and they told me not to move. You know what happened, Ella? I moved. And now I'm black, so don't worry. Right after this. I don't care what y'all say, that's funny. Right after this, no more clapping like we're watching golf. You guys clap like you're watching a real show.
Let's go.
I'm going to give you guys a real
see if
show.
we can find something to eat, Stephanie. How's that sound? Okay, so we're at the Quincy Market, and there's 150 places to eat in here. So I recommend you checking this out. It's right near the Faneuil building, and we're going to go try to find us something to eat. Okay, so we had some pizza, very much like New York style pizza, pretty filling. So now we're gonna back on the tour. So headed now down, let's see where we're headed down to. We are headed down to, let's see, nope. We're gonna head to Paul Revere's house. Is that where we're going?
Yep.
Okay, let's head to Paul Revere's house. All right, so we're coming up on the old Union Oyster House. Established 1826. A lot of cool stuff down here in this particular area. Lots of old buildings. Look at the Schwartz and Schwartz lawyers. Very cool. Alright, got a little farmer's market up here. Probably grab Stephanie some oranges or something. Oh, Boston baked beans. Look at that, huh? Don't see that very often.
And there was another couple there.
There's a farmer's market here today.
Oh, can we stop and get something? Or get some oranges or something?
We just ate.
Ah, that's true. We just ate. Alright.
The ones carrying them.
We'll keep following the yellow brick road. It's not very yellow, but it's a brick road. So I just kind of wanted to show you a typical Boston streetway. You can see how tight it is. There's absolutely no parking on the streets. So another reason not to try to drive down into Boston. So lots of shops, lots of restaurants, lots of great places to eat, I'm sure. Okay, so here we are at the Paul Revere house. And this is Paul Revere Square.
Rachel Revere Square.
Paul Revere Square.
No, Rachel Revere.
Oh, is this? Oh, that's his wife, Rachel Revere. Okay. And there's the house. We'll go inside. A little bit of a line out there. So we'll try to get in and see it. So. Yeah, let's go inside. I don't know. We'll find out when we get there. I think this is one that we'd like to see inside. Alright, so I'm sorry guys, we couldn't record the inside of the building, so they wouldn't let us. So we're going to head down the street. Alright, so this is the North Square. Favorite Mariner spot. I'm going to take my mask back off since I'm not going inside there. Oh yeah, the old city.
They have over here. They have carvings of some of the neat buildings too. Look at that. You can have the address and the North Square story, the North Square stories, the old State House.
And you can see how it looks. The sun's coming out now. North Square. And an old sextant. Pretty cool. I'm sorry. This is not the North Church. This is St. Stephen's Church. You're supposed to correct me, Stephanie. Just kidding. How about we turn around and there's the old North Church.
Look at that statue.
Look at the statue.
Paul Revere.
Let's head across the street. We can keep from getting run over.
Right, overlap with. But I would think it. Yeah.
What? Stephanie's at the mall. Here we are at the Paul Revere Mall with the old North Church, where Paul Revere gave us the. What did he give us? The 2 if by land, 1 if by sea, or was it the other way around?
How about the British are coming?
The British are coming. That's what it was. Yeah, this is the makeshift trail. Yeah, I'm sorry for the UPS truck being in the way. But that is the Old North Church where Paul Revere was one if by land, two if by sea. Alright, so just up the street from the Old North Church is Copp's Hill Burial Ground, where there's quite a few more famous people that have been buried.
It was named after the owner, shoemaker William Copp.
William Copp.
And it's the second oldest in Boston after the King's Chapel burial ground. Dates back to 1660. There's estimated to be over 10,000 people buried here.
Wow.
A number of famous people are buried here.
Of course, there's a little more to it, but we don't. 10,000 people. Say that again?
Said Prince Hall, who was an important leader of the free African American community in the revolutionary Boston.
Mm-hmm.
He's considered the father of black Freemasonry. Also, did you hear me about the guy who built the Constitution?
What, he's buried here?
He's buried here, yeah. It's Edmund Hart.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and you know, at the time, don't forget about the witches and all that in Boston.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
That was in Salem.
In Salem, but there is some stuff about that time frame. People being, you know, buried here too, probably. It says during the Revolution, the British occupied this land. They used the height of this hill to fire on Bunker Hill. If you look closely, you can see evidence of their occupation on the faces of some of the gravestones. According to the legend, the British like to use the stones as target practice.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely tell that there's some of these stones that have been, the tops have been shot off.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And the Bunker Hill Memorial is across the water over there, and we're going to hopefully make our way that way. All right, let's head out. All right, so what we're looking at here is probably one of the skinniest houses we've ever seen, and apparently this was built out of spite to prevent somebody from having a view of the Navy Yard and of the cemetery. It's a little over, how wide is it, does it say?
It's 10 feet wide.
10 feet wide.
Yep.
Wow.
That's all it is.
Teeny tiny house. And it does go back in there a little bit. It's still not very big.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed our walk on the Freedom Trail. We did make it to the USS Constitution, but we decided to break our videos up into two. It was just getting to be too long. So we hope that after you watch this, that sometime you'll watch the USS Constitution video, because it is really a good one. We really enjoyed seeing it. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Ron.
And we're the RV Weekenders, and we'd really like you to like this video, share, and hit that notification, subscribe, and tell your friends about us. You'll learn a lot of stuff from my Mr. Fix-It. And we have Gibbs here too. Want to say hi, buddy, or say hi? Want to say hi?
Come here.
Yep, Gibbs didn't get to go with us, but we're back in California, and he's so happy we're home. So hope you can stay tuned and watch the next video, because you're going to really like it.
Oh yeah, it's really great. We really enjoyed going on to the USS Constitution.
Yeah.
So, see you in a few.
Bye.